The fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys.
Hello, this is 99.1 WIUX LP Bloomington. You were listening to The Boys Cold 1 Hour.
I'm Clay.
I'm Billy.
I'm Jonathan.
And sit back, relax, crack open a cold one.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Get the
Thank you.
sharpest,
Grabbing the cold one
cold
right
cracker.
now.
What's
Ready
that?
to crack it open? Okay.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
Get a hammer.
Is it there?
Get a gavel.
There it is.
There we go.
Sounds perfect. Who are those boys on the radio? They've got some cold ones in their own show. Open up your ears, listen to us. Forget your fears, there's no need to fuss, cause the fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys. We're so glad you're here with us.
Yeah, thank
on this
you.
Thursday evening. Hope you had a great day today. I'd like to acknowledge that my guitar might sound a little weird. I'm using the studio one because I left mine in my trunk for a week. So it's got kind of a sitar effect.
It's okay. Oh. I mean, hey, we all blunder,
Wow.
so it's okay.
Okay, I mean...
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I think it was the cold that blundered.
Yeah. Okay.
Or did it wonder of doing exactly what you'd expect it to do?
Anyways.
Ruin stuff.
Yeah, so grab a cold one.
Grab a
Yeah.
cold
Thank you
one.
for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for being with us. And thank you to our special guest for being with
Yeah,
us.
speaking,
Ooh,
I was about to
special
say,
guest.
our special guest is Camille Jankozic.
Yay!
How's it going? Welcome to the show.
Thanks. I'm really excited. Listened a lot.
Oh, sweet. Yeah,
cool.
she's
Oh, wow,
a
that's awesome.
weekly listener.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So Camille, so people can become a little bit more acquainted with you. What's your favorite cold one?
Yeah.
Oh. I'd have to go with root beer.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan's
Wow.
favorite.
That's my favorite too.
And
Yeah.
a repeating guest favorite too.
Yeah,
That's
many
true,
people-
yeah.
That's a common one. When's your favorite time to drink this cold one?
Probably like in the summer out by the pool.
Ooh,
Hey,
yeah. I feel
summertime
that.
chilling,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
Summer's for chilling. What's your favorite moment in cold one history?
Ooh. That Thanksgiving episode. That was a doozy.
Bristol.
Oh, Bristol. Yeah.
Yeah,
RIP
Bristol's
Bristol.
Thanksgiving.
I mean, not RIP
She
Bristol.
does
Bristol's
have a
first
show
Thanksgiving.
on
She has a
Saturday.
show. You should listen to it. It's called, I forget the name of the show, but she does not have the same time show as us. Actually, we have new people who come before us.
Yeah. Oh, you should
yeah.
check
Listen
them
to their
out.
show, Morning Cup
Morning
of
Morning
Joe.
Cup of Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 3 people seem really awesome.
Yeah.
And they have the show right before us.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bristol.
Thank you
wherever-
for shouting on us too.
Bristol, wherever you are. We hope you're doing well.
Yeah. And speaking of shouting,
Speaking of shouting, wait,
let's.
what?
I was gonna say let's
shout it from the rooftop.
let's shout who the boy wonder and the boy blunder are this week.
I thought we were gonna. Never mind. We'll shout that in a
Well,
second.
we can shout something too. What do you want to shout?
Today is story time.
Oh yeah, story time.
The polls are in. We said, which do you want next week?
Yeah.
Which do you want next week? Sorry, I was,
and I
I was
think-
talking a little far from the microphone.
I think-
I don't know.
Story time won.
Story time one. It was
Story
food
time
week or
one.
story time.
It was like
But hey,
71%.
for all you people who are at home crying now that food week isn't going to be up there,
Next
no.
week.
guess what? Wait a week, okay? Then we're going to do it. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And we're bringing in a food expert.
We're just cooking the food a little bit longer. It'll be really good.
It'll be really,
It's like a slow
really-
roast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's like,
so-
yeah. It's been.
It's
in
not
the,
quite ripe yet, but it'll be
not
Oh,
quite
man.
ripe, but it's going to be perfect.
it'll be nice and juicy next week. So.
nice and juicy and perfect, and we're going to have another special guest, so stay tuned. Anyways, so Billy, what were you going to shout?
Oh, I was gonna shout the boy wonder and the boy blunder.
Hey, just don't shout at me.
Which we'll start with the blunder, I guess.
Oh, first
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
So can we just redefine what blunder means?
Yes.
Not redefine, define what blunder
So
is.
the boy blunder is the boy who
trying to
messed up the most that week.
Yeah.
Just kind of did, something gone wrong, something they shouldn't have done, not a role model. So today's
Basically
this
not
week.
what you want.
Yeah, this week's boy blunder is
Who is it?
Clay Catlin. Yeah, Clay, you kind of messed up today,
What did I
actually.
do?
Well, we all prepare for the show beforehand, and
Yeah, preparing for the show means going to a basketball game.
okay, well, you did not go to the basketball game. Me, Jonathan, and Camille did here.
We did.
And
IU lost.
IU
but
lost.
it's okay.
Very sad, but. We came here ready to crack down on some boys cold 1 hour stuff, preparing.
Crack open
And
some cold
we show
ones,
up at
crack
Clay's
down.
apartment, and he's nowhere to be found. Turns out, he was off. Who knows where?
I was actually at the game, but I got stuck in the bathroom. I was on the Purdue side.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a real blunder.
I know. I'm sorry. I actually didn't know the difference between the colors. I thought black and gold was IU.
Well, you are colorblind. So
I am colorblind. I thought black and gold was IU, and I did get stuck in the bathroom, so I had to leave very, very late.
Well, that's still a blunder, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Well,
you showed up like 50
and he said he would be
late.
like 15 minutes late, but he was actually like 50 minutes
Yeah,
late.
you were extra late,
I feel like
man.
this blunder's making me really sad. It just makes me want to sit down next to like some kind of lake and cry. Maybe next to some kind of pond.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's that. We don't need to talk about that. That'll come later.
Maybe later?
I don't know. I guess I slightly messed up. It
bring
wasn't
up.
a boy blunder.
We'll
though.
give Billy the honorary boy blunder of the week.
Yeah, assistant to the boy blunder.
Because earlier, well, as you know, our topic for the week is story time, and Billy was lamenting that he had a pretty boring life. He was like, I don't have any stories.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh,
it's a tragedy.
I'll just make some stories of my own. And he was gonna go. We were walking past a little pond, and he was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just jump in this pond right now on the way to class, and that can be my story.
Actually, I called it a lake.
But he called
that was my
it a
exact
lake.
words. I should jump into this lake to have a good story.
So that's a blunder right there. And he didn't jump in the pond.
Oh,
I feel like this is kind of unreasonable, especially coming from someone who spilled jelly on their boys cold 1 hour shirt.
Okay, we'll get to that later. That was not my fault.
That's
but,
sacred. Anyways.
Yeah, we'll get back. Sorry, Clay.
Well,
you did
listen,
blunder the most, though.
Listen,
to be honest.
I might be colorblind, but Billy's water blind, so you can't blame him for mistaking the lake.
Thank you.
All right, so now let's get
Jonathan's
some good
jelly
news,
blind.
okay? Jelly blind, yeah.
Yeah, boy wonder.
He's summer. Was it jam or jelly?
it was jelly, not a summer jam.
Not a
but-
summer jam.
All right,
So winter jelly as opposed to the summer
winter
jam.
jelly.
So who wants to announce the boy wonder?
The boy wonder of the week is
who is it?
Clay Catlin.
Hey, wow, what did you do?
Feels so much better now.
Wow.
All
But
right.
what did I do?
What did you do?
What did you do? Well, I guess Jonathan was stranded last week, actually, or beginning of this week, whatever your point of view is.
So I hurt my foot, so it was a little bit hard for me to walk.
Yeah.
And it was
Very late at night.
a cold night.
Cold one night.
It was a cold one.
It was actually last week after the last episode we did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
that's
really was
true.
a cold one night.
It was actually not too long after. And you wanna what'd you do?
Well, see, I was all tucked into bed. I had one of those weird long hats and one of the nightgowns. I was laying in
He just
bed.
settled his
Eating
brain
your
for a long
midnight
winter
gruel.
I was
nap.
settling my brain. I eating my gruel, and I was laying in bed.
You're about to be visited by the ghost of Christmas, Marley or something.
Ghost of Valentine's
You're
Day.
about to, Ghost of Valentine's Day.
Marley.
You're gonna meet your old dead partner,
by Marley and me.
Billy McDunn.
And then
The old guy
as
from
I
the
was
radio
laying down,
show.
I hear a rapping at my window, and I sprung from my bed to see what
I was just spitting bars.
What was the
outside his
matter?
window.
Yeah, and it was a young man who was rapping on my window who said, "Your friend's in trouble. You need to get him." So I, just put on my pants,
Yeah.
ran out the door, picked up my
Yeah.
friend.
He saved me like a 1.5 mile walk, so
The
that
rest
was
is
really
cold.
nice.
The rest is cold one history. Yeah, it was really dramatic. Jonathan's foot was like halfway falling off. He had a trail of blood. That's actually the only way I was able to find him.
Luckily, it was so cold.
It
It
was
was
blood in the snow. Yeah,
most of the
exactly.
damage was frozen off.
Yeah, exactly. So now Jonathan just has
a-
kind of a frozen stump.
Yeah,
But hey,
that's
he's
good.
alive.
Yeah.
But I'm cold-blooded though, so it was
Yeah,
okay.
thank you, Clay. That was quite a wonder. Quite a wonder.
Of course.
Also a blunder.
Thank you for acknowledging my wonders and my blunders to keep me in check.
Oh,
Speaking of wonders, we have some wondrous music for you coming
Ooh,
up.
Yeah, but
wonderful
Music on the tens.
don't turn away because we got story time, and we're also going to hear from our special guest Camille very soon.
Goodbye. We'll miss you and
Enjoy the
great,
song.
Have a great music.
Hit it, Sergey.
Don't go away.
You couldn't say hey one more night. So take me to the beach. You're getting blinded, taking drugs. We didn't even say goodbye. You're alone, I can't see why. 'Cause all these lovers, so you just
And you were back with the boys' Cold One Hour. That song was San Diego by Heinz.
More like hindquarters.
Yeah.
More like Heinz.
Makes you want to get up and shake your butt. Am I right?
Yeah, we were all doing that right here in the studio.
In the studio, just shaking our butt.
I'm sure you guys were too.
Yeah, we hope you didn't. You didn't hear any of the butt noises that were going on. But hey,
Sergey turned the mics off, so we're good.
yeah, Sergey, you turn the mics that are on our chairs too off, right?
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't know this. We have mics in our chairs to record, any inconsistencies.
I mean, hey, if any blunders occur, we gotta be aware.
Hey, any that could be for comedic gain. You know what I mean? We have no ideas. We gotta use anything possible.
Exactly.
Anything.
Scrape
possible.
the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, literally the bottom of our barrels.
Oh.
Anyways.
Oh gosh.
Really?
Wow, that took a turn.
Hey, excuse me. Anyways, now it's time for today's subject, or not subject.
Story time.
Topic.
Story time.
Story time.
So who wants to go first?
By popular vote.
By popular vote, yeah, not
I
food.
voted for it.
Oh, Camille, you ready?
100%.
Okay, wow.
Would you like to go first then?
Oh.
You didn't know. You didn't when you voted. You didn't realize you'd be sharing
Wow.
a story of your own.
Oh,
Jeez. Sure.
you lived a storied life, though,
I
right?
mean, I guess you could say
She had a
that.
storybook life.
Oh, storybook.
Anything
life,
exciting?
Yeah. And she's even dating a real storybook ogre right now.
Okay, wait. What does that mean? Are you? Am I Shrek?
Yes. Would you? Okay, real quick. Sorry.
Go for it.
Would you compare you and Billy's relationship to maybe certain like movie about like an ogre and like a princess, maybe?
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
go for it.
I mean, if I'm Shrek,
It's pretty
whatever.
accurate.
Hey, if you're Shrek, then who's the donkey?
If you're
Donkey. I don't know.
Anyway.
All right, let's do a story. Let's do a story.
Yeah, enough of
Do you want me to do one? Do you want to do it?
My bad.
Go for it. Whatever you guys want to do.
All right, I guess I'll do mine because mine involves the least amount of violence, and then we'll escalate from there.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty. Mine's pretty tame. Mine's pretty tame. It's kind of short.
It's a cute story.
Yeah, mine's a nice heartwarming tale. So about I want to say 4 years ago, when my entire family, we went on a vacation over the summer.
Well, where'd you go?
We went on a cruise actually, week-long cruise, very fun. We've never done anything like that before, so it was a really really cool experience. And so my parents, they had a room together. My brother and my sister had a room together, and me and my younger brother, we also had a room together because they're kind of like smaller cabins.
No, it's always really fun when you get your parents are in one room and you're in another room.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing, my brother Mikey, shout out to you if you're listening.
Shout out to Mikey.
Yeah, hopefully you are.
Or Uncle Grimacy.
Yeah, Uncle Grimacy McDonald's.
Uncle Grimacy.
Yeah. So we're sitting there in the place. It's like, we all went to bed, or we were about to go to bed. So, our parents went to bed. Stevie and Amy, that's my sister and my other brother. They went to bed. And me and Mikey were about to go to bed. But Mikey was really obsessed with the fact that we could get room service. He thought that was really cool.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. But I was kind of just like, okay, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. And but he really wanted to order. He was on the TV or whatever,
enchanted,
using the remote control to try and order some pizza. And so, yeah, it was like on the TV. And then
I didn't know that.
So he was like
insane.
selecting. He's like, "Do you want a pizza?" And I didn't really want one. He knows this now because I didn't end up eating any of it. But I was like, he was so excited about it. I ordered a slice. A sympathy slice.
A sympathy slice.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
So, yeah.
it's a little kid. He's so excited. How can you say no to
I
him?
know, right? Come on, man. I mean, it's Uncle Grimacy McDonald's asking.
Yeah, I know. This is the Grimacy.
So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll have a slice. So he wants a couple slices. He also calls. That's the other thing that they really like, the fact that we didn't have like phone service, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because it costs a lot. But
Was that in a day when maybe phone service didn't matter as much?
Yeah, exactly. So but you could call like the other cabins, so that was a really big fun thing.
Yeah.
So he called my brother and my sister. They each wanted a couple pieces. So we're like, okay, let's order 7 slices of what do you want?
Yeah.
So we enter 7 on the TV, and we get a call, and they're like, how many people will be dining or whatever? And he's like 2, because he figures, you and him, and we'll give the slices to
the
rest of them. So about half an hour later, keep in mind now I'm like basically asleep, like because I'm super tired.
Yeah.
And the guy comes in. We made one fatal error. He walked in with 7 full-size pizzas. Not 7 slices. We thought we were ordering slices. We got 7 full pizzas.
Wow, 7 whole pizza
and keep in mind, it's like now
7 pizza pies.
It's now super late. Our parents are probably asleep. I'm basically falling asleep. We have 7 full pizzas, so who knows that we got like 60 slices.
Oh my goodness.
And like we've each got like a little mini fridge, but we can't fit 60 slices of pizza.
And your parents can't know about it.
Well, I mean, they know about it now, but
because they're listening right now.
Yeah, because they're listening. Sorry guys.
Spoiler alert.
We're crazy. I'm exaggerating this story for the show, guys.
Yeah.
To my parents.
Are you?
To the rest of the viewers, no, I'm not exaggerating this story at all, actually.
Just to the parents.
Yeah, just if my parents are listening, I'm just exaggerating. So, So it turns out we had to eat the pizzas. I ate none of them. Sorry.
Oh wow! You
I-
said you got the sympathy slice and you didn't.
I know, I didn't even eat it. Well, I was
One?
falling asleep.
Jeez.
They ate a bunch of it. They stored the rest in each of our
Wonder.
individual fridges. We had pizza stuffed fridges for the rest of the week. But hey, I mean, worst things to have, worst problems to have than a pizza.
I mean, yeah. The
pizza pie.
worst thing that comes out of it is you get a ton of pizza. And then it's like, how was the pizza, by the way?
Oh, never had it. So.
You've never eaten pizza or never had that pizza?
Oh, I've never had that pizza.
Really?
So yeah.
I'll never-
But that's
Like, you
my
missed out
story.
on a chance there.
Say what?
It was cruise pizza. I mean, you're not going on a cruise ever again. Why don't you try?
Right.
I don't know. I should have.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
landlocked now.
Come
buddy.
on.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll go
You're
on.
a landlubber.
I'll have to go on another cruise one day and order the pizza. Make sure I only order one this time. But-
Maybe you gotta order 6 to just keep the 7.
yeah, just for the tradition's sake.
Keep the charm. That is a little bit of a crazy story.
But anyways,
Definitely.
let's take it up a notch.
Let's
Let's
take it
add
up a
some
notch.
physical
A new level.
violence.
Okay.
Camille, do you want to do yours real quick?
Jeez.
Sure.
Oh,
Didn't know
sorry.
Camille's violent.
I mean, so what happened?
I mean, not on purpose.
Tell us the story.
Oh, geez.
Mine was actually when I was younger. I was probably 10. My aunt used to be married to a cop. And so me and my cousin, who was the same age, Sammy,
Shout out to Sammy.
shout out
Yeah.
to Sammy.
He actually goes to IU, right?
Yeah, he goes to IU. He lives in Teeter.
Oh, we live
Thanks for listening, Sammy. Just kidding. Why aren't you listening? Okay, keep going.
Sammy.
Actually, I think he's at work, but
Where does he work?
Really?
for the union.
Oh, okay. My brother Mikey just texted me. He says you're not exaggerating the story at all. So just some confirmation.
You should call
Yikes.
him in.
Yeah. Wait, I can't call people on the show.
Anyways, Camille has a story.
Sorry,
that I
Camille.
interrupted.
Sorry. Keep going.
Anyway, so yeah, so my aunt used to be married to a cop, and me and my cousin Sammy used to think it was so cool to play cop with his actual stuff. You know, kids play
You know,
like
the-
the pistol,
just
like
the
the little
gun,
water
like-
gun.
you know.
You know, the gun,
And
taser.
we would put on his belt, and like one would be obviously the robber, and one would be the cop. And one time I was playing as cop, and we were running around the backyard, and there was a gun-like object in my uncle's belt, and I was like, "Oh, this is probably just a practice gun." And my cousin,
I feel like this is not police protocol right now.
and my cousin dared me. He's like, "Oh, if there's nothing in it, like we can use it as a prop." Turns out it was a taser.
Oh, wow.
My
is not
cousin
good.
ended up getting tased.
Wait, how do you get tased?
So he accidentally got tased.
So
Like,
yeah, it
nowhere.
wasn't like a purposeful thing. It wasn't really a dare. It was more just like you should just do. You know, we're playing the game, and tased my cousin.
So you
Wait, oh, so you tased?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
You were-
I was
Oh
the
my gosh,
tasee.
Camille.
Sammy.
Oh, poor Sammy.
What did he
Just-
do?
Spazzed for a long time.
Oh no.
Oh no, this sounds horrible.
It was not a fun weekend. It was
Did he get in trouble?
kind of. My uncle kind of laughed.
Is he still dating your aunt?
No.
Yeah. Maybe the whole
yikes.
Taser.
son getting tased thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh no.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
We got a stern talking to, but after that we were back to playing when he came back from the hospital.
See, my dad was actually a cop, and he used to tase us.
I thought he's in prison.
No. Well, he was abusing power by tasing his kids.
He's also rich though.
Yeah, but that wasn't an accident. We were just having fun. Anyways,
Wow. Well, thank you, Camille. That was a great
Yeah,
story
thank
about tasers. But
very violent story. But now,
should we do a story or should we come back to
I
the
have
stories?
something to tell you guys.
Huh?
It is time for my old segment,
Oh.
Fast Flick Facts, featuring Clay Cowan Filippelli. Or
Ooh.
well, there you go. I don't know if you remember the show, but I'm a little bit of a movie buff, you know. Kind of trying to add some culture to these dullards, and I love to watch movies, and I like to talk about them on air. Maybe catch the things that you didn't see the first time. Talk about some of my favorite movies, some art films. And today's a little bit of the movie's a little bit out there. You might not have seen it. It's a little bit art housey, you know, kind of movie like that. It's actually a foreign movie from jolly old England.
Oh.
So I didn't really understand it. I had to get the English version of it, but it's a little movie called Flushed Away. Probably my favorite movie. Don't know if you've seen it at all. It's basically about a rat who gets flushed down the toilet by his mean rat brother. I don't know, it might be his brother. Sequel to Ratatouille. And
Sounds like the story of my life.
Oh.
anyways, as you're I know, right?
Bristol's going crazy right now.
Bristol, you know, she's a bit of a rat aficionado, so she's freaking out right now. You know what I mean? Actually, when I was in the movie theater, I was actually seeing with Bristol, and she was like freaking out. Anyways, she felt a deep connection with the main character, and she felt like she was getting flushed down the toilet. Anyways,
Story of my life.
story of my life. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Bristol. Anyways, as I was watching this movie, I start to realize something. I get to the end, and it said that the movie, I think it was like a cartoon maybe, because the people didn't exactly look like real people, and I don't know, rats usually don't have like hair and arms and legs like that, so I was thinking maybe it wasn't real rats. And near the end, it said claymation. Like, so I was like, wait a second, I don't remember doing that.
Interesting.
Like claymation, I never animated these movies.
Maybe you have like you in your sleep or something.
Maybe in my sleep, but I think this could be a case for your mysteries, because claymation, I had nothing to do with animating those little rats. I didn't even know they were animated. I thought they were real rats coming at me. I watched it in 3D. So if you could maybe, this could be a McDonald McModern mystery, honestly.
Oh wow, maybe.
I think that these,
I'll have to look into that.
you know how
You've been sleep animating.
I think I've been animating in my sleep and excellently contributing to this movie called Flushed Away.
Interesting.
Anyways, that might be a mystery for another day. Anyways, I watched claymation movies are great, but even if you don't remember making them, and go watch my favorite movie, Flushed Away, in theaters now.
Wow.
If you lived 5 years ago.
Well, thank you, Clay.
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
interesting fact.
Oh, hey, I'm filled with facts.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
Which reminds me, speaking of facts.
Speaking of facts.
That brings me to a
Did you
fact
get my
about
Did you get my facts?
your facts.
Yeah.
Oh, you faxed me. Yeah, you actually
fax
faxed me
both of you
something.
guys.
And it said that it was time for actually Camille.
Camille's segment.
She has a segment.
Oh.
Camille, could you introduce it, please?
Yeah, it's Camille's Chameleon Disguises.
Whoa, what is that?
Chameleon disguises. Yeah, what is this?
So,
Chameleon.
So what's happening in this segment is it's almost like Two Truths and a Lie, but with a twist.
Oh, man.
So I've gotten a bunch of truths from the boys, but I've tweaked it slightly.
Oh no.
So we're gonna see if the other boys can guess which ones are the chameleons and which ones are the Camille's.
Oh,
Okay, so
So
are you gonna give us the three?
Right. So
how many are chameleons, or we don't know?
Oh, you don't know.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so
Oh.
they all could be real then, maybe.
That's a
Are we
crazy
working
twist.
together?
Yes. So
Oh,
like
yeah,
you and
okay.
Jonathan will work on Billy's, and then you and Billy will work on Jonathan's. And
We
then,
need to do some work.
Ooh,
on
this
this.
is
We
exciting.
need to get to work on Billy.
Okay, really? So who's going first? Who's going first?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Got it.
Well, what is a good question?
I think we'll start with Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. On thin ice.
Yes,
Alright,
yes.
so Jonathan's first fact, he's originally from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
All right.
Second
Are we
fact,
doing it one by one or wait
No,
till
let's
the end?
listen to
no,
all
we're
of
going
them.
to do all three. Second fact, born September 20th. And then his third fact is he's been to 4 other countries.
Okay.
Okay.
I know Jonathan's from North Carolina or from
Yeah.
one of the Carolinas. I don't know if it's Charlotte. I think it is
Okay.
though.
Yeah, because one of these could be slightly tweaked. I know. Okay.
I don't think the Charlotte one is. I feel horrible. I don't know his birthday.
Yeah. Okay. I know. He was actually talking about this. How he was like, "Do you know my birthday?" And I was like, "I'm not sure." And he's like, "It's okay. I don't know yours."
You guys know my
I know
birthday.
he
You
was
guys know-
born.
you guys know my birthday,
I
right?
told him. I know it's
No.
January 30th something.
28th.
28th?
Very close.
I'm
Good
sorry.
Enough, good enough. Good enough.
And I told Jonathan, I know your birthday is either late September or early October, and this falls right into that range. So now I don't know. It could be off by a couple days.
I think he was
Could
born in
be.
Charlotte. I don't think that's tweaked.
Yeah.
Because I know his dad's. He's
And the
like
4
a
countries
UNC
thing.
fan.
I think 4 countries.
Jonathan has been to Haiti. I don't think he's been to 4 countries. I think he's been to less.
Really? I
know
feel like
he's
the
been
birthday
hated.
might be a couple days off. Oh, you know what? You're right. Let's go with the countries.
I don't know. I don't want to get it
This is
wrong.
confusing. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we're going
wait,
birthdays
what do you say?
wait, but there could be more than one
I
chameleon.
know exactly.
Oh, this is hard. Okay, so do you want to say the North Carolina thing is a Camille? That's
Yes,
something he
that's
actually
true.
told Camille about. And then
true.
wait,
No, I was just
Oh, okay,
asking
okay.
if you mean by Camille, you mean
The
this.
birthday.
Oh, yeah.
The birthday is Camille, and then the countries is the chameleon.
chameleon, and then the 20th, September 20th. Is that also a Camille or a chameleon?
Let's say it's a chameleon.
Okay, so you're saying the first 2 facts are Camille's and the last one's a chameleon.
No, the birthday's fake.
We're saying the first, the North Carolina one's a Camille, and the
Other 2 are-
September 20th and the countries are chameleons.
Heinous lies.
Heinous-
Okay, yours were close. All 3 are actually chameleons.
What?
Oh wait, what?
Jonathan's
Yeah.
originally from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, so
His birthday was September 19th.
Okay, really?
And he's only been to 2 countries.
Oh,
Was
wait.
America
I thought,
Haiti?
it was 3.
3.
Oh.
Wait, Haiti, America, and Kenya?
Oh, also, I meant like outside of the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh, which ones?
So Haiti, Costa Rica, and Canada.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Oh, inside the U.S., I've been to Florida.
Yeah, I've been to Florida, you know.
All right, wow, that was crazy, man. All 3 chameleons. Okay.
All right, we're going to go to Billy next.
Okay.
Billy's 3 facts is he's broken his wrist 2 times. He was born in Munster, Indiana. And he caught a shirt at the IU basketball game last year.
Billy was definitely born in Munster, Indiana, because I've driven past the hospital where he was born.
Okay.
By the Pepsi factory, kind of.
Oh, you did. You visited Munster.
Now
but wasn't born there.
I know that for the T-shirt one, he did catch a T-shirt today. I don't know if he caught a T-shirt at a game last
Doesn't
year.
that sound kind of like something that could happen?
I'm gonna say that it maybe didn't, because maybe he originally wrote, "Oh, it happened. I got a T-shirt today,"
Yeah.
but maybe she changed it to last year, so that could be a chameleon.
I really think the monster is a chameleon, and I think that
Okay.
the wrist thing is, I have no idea.
Twice.
I cannot guess. I think that might. Do you want to say chameleon or what?
She could have changed the number, I guess.
No, she
but-
definitely changed the number, but
or maybe not.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say
Sergey knows the
that might
answers.
be true. The wrist.
Sergey
thing.
doesn't know.
Okay, so
Sergey knows
do you
the
wanna go
answer.
with
What do you think?
the wrist is true?
Yeah.
I think it could go either way. The wrist is true, birthplace is true, and then shirt is fake.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Hey, you guys were close.
Oh.
Wait, no, you guys were correct actually.
Yes.
He was.
Right?
Yeah, you did
Yeah,
drive past the
he
hospital.
was born in Munster. He did break his wrist twice, and he did catch the shirt today.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Wow, me and Jonathan are a good team. Me and Billy.
Oh, it's a
maybe.
good thing I went to the
Hey, we
game,
got only
right?
one wrong.
All
That's
right,
true.
and now it's Clay's
Oh,
turn.
my facts are a little bit
Your
crazy.
facts are pretty interesting. I mean,
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so Clay's 3 facts are: he used to visit the Children's Museum in Chicago every Sunday. He used to be scared of going down escalators, and his uncle broke open his chin on a teeter-totter.
Ooh, wow.
Okay, now,
these
I
are
don't know-
all pretty obscure.
These are crazy. Okay, wait. First of all, the Children's Museum in Chicago. You're from Indy, so how did you go there every Sunday, man?
I mean, it's not that long of a drive.
I'm gonna say
Or
that's
was it?
probably.
That's
I'm
a
gonna say
chameleon.
that's probably a chameleon.
Watch that be true, though.
So maybe he went to the one.
I'm gonna
with
say
Indy,
that's a
yeah.
chameleon, but if it actually is real, you know what?
Okay.
You deserve that one.
And then what was the second one again?
He used to be scared of going down escalators.
Okay, so either she probably
That's
either
he's
changed
probably
it to
he's probably
up,
scared of going up. Yeah,
but like I feel like down is scarier, right?
but maybe he's unique.
Maybe.
He thought he was gonna get his Crocs caught in one of those escalators.
Ooh.
Cut a hole into my life. Oh gosh, I think that's a chameleon too.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, we can do that. We can go with that. And then the last one was
What was the last one?
His uncle broke open his chin on a teeter-totter.
teeter-totter.
It could have been like a pogo stick or something.
I feel like a teeter-totter makes sense though, breaking your chin.
Yeah. Do you want to? What do you think? I'll go with whatever you say.
All right, let's say that's true.
Okay, so teeter totter is a camille, and I'm gonna say we're saying the other two are chameleons.
You guys are correct.
Hey, me and Jonathan are a good team too.
Going up escalators is scary.
I guess you guys don't really know me at all.
Yeah,
sorry about
going up escalators, you're getting further and further away from the ground, so it's scary.
Oh,
and quick story time: my uncle did break open my chin on a. He's trying to listen right now, but he just Facebook messaged me and said that he's been trying to download the show for an hour and a half, and the show can't download. But if you are listening, thank you so much for listening.
And thank you for getting a shirt. Wait,
yeah,
so this uncle got the
he got a
shirt?
shirt. Yeah, miss you, and thank you for listening. And he actually, we were both on the teeter-totter, and he jumped on the other end of the teeter-totter,
Oh,
and I
no.
went flying into the air, smashed my chin, and then this is. I mean, I don't blame him for this, but when we got home, on the way home, he's like, "Don't tell your mom. Tell your mom.
Oh
You just
my
hit your chin and
That's
started bleeding."
funny.
So shout out to him.
Yeah, and thank you,
Uncle
Camille.
Robert.
That was a great segment. Chameleon, lots of chameleon
Yeah,
disguises.
really original segment.
We were able to see through all of them except for
Jonathan, I mean, I
one.
just feel like I just
I feel bad.
One Jonathan. Yeah, I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Speaking of not knowing things,
Speaking of
Yeah,
I'm
mysterious.
Jonathan.
speaking of me,
Ooh,
it's time for my segment. It's not my fault. With Judge Jonathan Falk, everyone please rise as I enter the courtroom. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you. Jeez,
Working
that's
those,
that workout.
working those glutes.
Yeah,
Okay,
for real.
so
after
in-
the hindquarters song, there's
Yeah, we probably if there was a loud sound, that's because of the chair mics.
So in today's civil law case, I'm bringing to the courtroom Sergey, Billy, and Clay.
Oh, not Camille.
Camille's safe.
I'm just a spectator in this event.
She's just a spectator. Pretty recently, we were getting late night waffles in Reed, which is a dorm on campus at IU.
Shout out to Reed.
And not too long after being there, I discovered that there was strawberry jelly on my pants. And then I realized that there was also strawberry jelly on my Boys Cold 1 Hour shirt, which I was
Oh,
really
no.
sad about. It did come out,
Sacred.
by the way. I washed it. I dabbed it up, so it's fine.
Another balloon.
Yeah.
Gotta dab it up. No.
Yeah. So, Clay had been mentioning to me earlier that I should watch out because I was wearing my Cold One shirt, which, I mean, to me, that seems a little bit ominous. Like he might have had some idea that something was going to be happening. I don't know. It seemed a little bit malicious intent. I'm not sure. And then Billy, when he was ordering his waffle, he ordered it with ice cream. and with extra strawberry jelly.
I don't blame you. It sounds good.
Yeah, it
And then
was really good.
Sergey, he wanted a little bit too because he was pretty hungry.
Got a little
So, but Sergey only uses a knife to eat. So he just stabbed the waffle with a knife. And then not too long after was when I realized that there was strawberry jelly on my shirt. So whose fault is it? Is it Clay's fault? Is it Sergey's? Is it Billy's?
Well, I can not rest my case. I can support my case right now. I was looking out for you because I knew that we were in theater last year, right?
Right. Yeah.
Which we knew is
False. Kidding.
Which we knew
That's
is
a dorm,
hot bed,
by the
or should I
way,
say
yeah.
cold bed for cold one activities. There's a lot of cold one members on the floor. Really nice people, you know, would give you the cold one shirt off their backs. If
Thank you all
bought
for listening.
them- thank you for the people who bought them. For the rest of you, you're dead to me. Anyways,
Kidding.
kidding. You're just like, you know, maybe like in a vegetative state to me. Anyways,
Goodness.
so I knew that when we were stepping into Reed, we were stepping into hostile territory. This is a hot boy zone. You know what I mean? The people working at the Reed cafeteria are all hot boys. I could see they have the bright red shirts on, you know, with the inverted cold one boys' faces. And I knew that the guy making your waffle was gonna add a little bit of strawberry jelly to the bottom of your waffle, so it slipped directly onto your pants.
Oh, man.
And shirts. So that's why I warned you. I wasn't trying to be ominous, but
Okay.
I didn't want to get whacked by the Hot One Mafia, but I also wanted to let you know what was going on. But clearly, my warning wasn't exactly as clear as it should have been. So that's why I think it is not my fault. I was just trying to warn you from the Hot One Mafia.
All right. Sure.
All right. Well, that's a good case.
Thank you.
But I think it definitely wasn't my fault because
Okay.
in Russia, they have a saying.
Yeah. Sergey's from Russia.
You don't eat the waffle with a fork. With the spetnas and the bratva, you eat the waffle with a knife. Yes.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
So going off
Waffle
that,
eats you.
going off that, I did catch the hint that it was very unfriendly, and that they had the mafia, with the bratva.
You got the hint too.
So I was a little bit cautious, which is why I kept my knife with me. But I also love strawberry jelly. It's my favorite.
It's his favorite.
It is my favorite. So,
He's
and
out.
I was really hungry too. So once that came out, the waffle came out, I couldn't help myself. I just had to plunge my knife there
Ooh.
and to eat it. It was just
man.
it was instinctive. It was instinctive.
Yeah.
Is that all?
That's how it's
All right. Well,
So you were a beast-like instinct to eat your waffle with a knife.
here's what I have to say. So,
Okay.
I did order extra jelly. That's actually because Camille here was with me, and she loves jelly, so I had to get extra jelly.
Oh, that's sweet of
she
you.
doesn't go to IU Bloomington, so I had
Can
to.
you confirm this?
Yeah, actually, strawberry jelly is my favorite.
Yeah, and also her favorite place to
Okay,
get
thank
breakfast
you.
is this place called Jelly. So I was like, I gotta.
Is that real?
True. Yeah.
I gotta.
Oh, really?
There's not
Wow.
a place called Jelly.
No, there
Yeah,
is.
that's a real-
It's
that's
up
a real
north.
place.
There's actually one that's in our
Only
cafeteria.
regional
in
kids
Disneyland.
understand.
Simone's in the studio. She
Yeah,
can
our
translate.
social media consultant.
Yeah, our North American division.
Yeah, North American division. Sorry, yeah. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, right. So I was getting her extra jelly.
Very nice. of you.
Just trying to be a honorable boy, good boy, maybe get some
Yeah.
wonders in. And Sergey here, yeah, it's instinctive, but he still stabbed his knife into a thing. Like, geez. And Clay, you've confirmed we've gone into hostile territory. You knew about it. You did some sort of ominous warning. I don't know. It almost seems like you knew something was going to happen. Maybe you should have offered him a jacket or something. If I had known, I would have done the same thing. But I was too busy pumping jelly onto this waffle. Anyways, that's my case. I say it's not my fault.
You know what happens if they know that you're talking about them? They'll real quick
Ooh, sorry.
kill you.
Clay, quick question. How much contact have you had with the Hot Ones?
Yeah, you seem to know a lot about them
Yeah.
for someone who.
The Hot Ones and Reed. Well, let me just say, my twin brother Ray Catlin went kind of a wayward path and became a hot one. And I've been trying. This summer is actually trying to make him into a cold one, but it just fell on deaf ears. And I knew from my walkie-talkie that we have that he was planning.
Very
something bad.
reliable sources.
Very reliable sources.
besides-
I hate this guy. I am a cold one through and through. I would never be affiliated with the Hot One Mafia, except to warn my friends. So I'm sorry for caring.
Well, and yeah, besides, with Clay's ominous warning, how could I not activate my nerves of Russian steel?
Ooh, true. Seems like me and Sergey are
All
on
right,
the
Jonathan, what do you have to say about
Okay.
this, man?
So I think I'm gonna go ahead and let Clay off the hook.
no.
I think it would have been better if you had given me a little bit more of a clear warning, like maybe change your shirt, like watch out for jelly. A little bit more specifics would have been
Hey, if I
appreciated
said
in
watch
the
out for
future.
jelly, you'd have no clue what I was talking about.
Well, I mean, you could have explained.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think I'll let Clay off the hook. So it's down to Sergey and Billy.
Oh no.
So, oh man, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to let Billy off too. because
extradited?
because he was because he was just being a good boy, you know. He was being a good boyfriend, you could even say.
Yeah, definitely.
And he was getting the extra jelly. I definitely.
So I shouldn't say all about myself.
Yeah. Okay, really? I mean,
I'm such a great guy.
Okay, seriously.
but yeah, I thought that was pretty nice that he got extra jelly for her. I didn't realize that. Well, actually, he kind of ate it all himself. But,
Okay,
There's a
details.
thought that counts.
It was
Details.
the thought that counted, yeah. No, actually, Sergey ended up eating most of it.
Yeah,
So,
so you ended up having a
so-
fire in the room when he started.
I was hungry.
Sergey, I get that you were hungry, but you gotta let back those Russian bear-like instincts occasionally.
Okay, I admit I was a little.
You're not a wild animal anymore like you used to be. so.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, Sergey, it is your fault,
All right, I'm going to.
and
be
it is
deported.
not your fault to
I'm
Billy
sorry.
and Clay.
Oh, well,
right,
that was
well,
a great.
Yeah, great
not my
segment. Sorry
fault.
about that, Sergey.
Based on real events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So thank you.
And
I think
So speaking of Sergey, before he gets locked up, is there anything you'd like to share with us? Maybe a certain segment you have planned?
Oh yes, it is time for the news.
this was
At
Sergey's
this new time.
last wish, actually, to do the news one
Before he
last
gets
time
executed.
before he.
No. Wait. I thought I was getting deported.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, again, going back to Russia.
You're going
yeah.
to some
Yeah.
Siberian work camp.
Back in the USSR. All right. Well, so for national news,
Beatles Rock Band. Remember that?
let's come back. Oh, good times. All right, national news. In the fiercest confirmation of any cabinet appointment in U.S. history, the Senate voted 51-50, which confirmed Betsy DeVos as the new Secretary of Education. Mike Pence casted the tie-breaking vote, which was the first time that a vice president in U.S. history did so for a cabinet appointment.
Wow.
For the full scoop, check out Olivia Little's story on DeVos confirmation on WIUX.org.
Shout out to Olivia Little and Olivia Big.
All right, and now for international news. The British Speaker of Parliament, John Bercow?
Bear cow.
Bercow
I've actually seen a few of those in the wild.
stated that he is opposed to President Trump addressing Parliament, citing, "Our Parliament's opposition to racism and to sexism. Trump is scheduled to visit within the coming months." And that is all for the 1140 news.
Well, Trump
thank
better
you.
watch out. He might get mauled by this bear cow. You know what I mean?
You ever had bear cow
I
milk?
like the voices.
Sergey was
too.
raised on bear cow milk, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, yeah. That's all they have in Russia.
That's
so
all they have in Russia.
It's just bear cow milk. How is that, Sergey?
How's bear cow milk?
It's a little bit tangy. I would
bit
say a little bit sour though. You know, like a
type of
bear.
A little bit furry.
It's
There's
a
some
little
fur in
bit.
it.
It's
sometimes.
fierce like a bear,
Ooh.
yet mellow like a cow.
Oh, it's pretty cute. All right.
Wow.
Well,
Moving on.
speaking of furry,
Wow.
you know what
Yeah,
I
it's
love?
time for the second installment
You
of
know
my
I love
segment. What?
is pigs?
Oh yes.
they can make them.
Speaking of which,
Would you know anything about
Yeah,
eating,
this is-
eating the meat of a pig?
yeah, installment 2 of Billy's bodacious barbecue bibble. Yeah. So, as some of you know, if you tuned in last week, I'm starting to go to different barbecue restaurants around the Bloomington area. This one's going to be kind of short because unfortunately my stay there did not last very long, but that's okay because we got some stories to get to. So,
Oh, that we do.
yeah, I went to Paul's Pork Palace. If you live in Bloomington, you probably know exactly what I'm
everyone
talking
in
about.
Bloomington knows this place.
Exactly, right between Mother Bears and whatever place
Bear
is
Cows.
actually next. Yeah, Mother
Bear
Guys. So I go to Paul's Pork Palace. I'm like, oh, this is probably good. The one thing I didn't know, the waiter comes up to me and he's like, please place your pork prescription.
Oh wow.
And I was like, oh gosh, I have to talk in all P's here.
Yeah,
this is a
that's so-
madhouse. Paul's Pork Palace. More like
Paul's pork.
plundering.
Paul's pork.
I can't even do it, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, please, can I have? And they're like, whoa, we do.
Well-
They said this in some sort of thing. They were like, we do not know what you're talking about. They were like, preposterous. And I was like, oh gosh, I have this guy, that was like his way of saying he didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, you know what? It was a disaster. I ended up ordering like a plum, a pickled plum, because that's all I could think of at the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a disaster. I'm going to have to give this.
How'd you even order it? Did you say
pie.
like, please pass pickled plum?
Please pass pickled plum. And they were like, please place your prescription perfectly. And I was like, oh great, I gotta do it. I gotta do it especially the correct way. So, anyways, I'm gonna have to give this place 2 porks out of 5 palaces.
Oh, man.
Gotcha.
Or there's no number that starts with P. Otherwise,
So basically,
I would-
stay away from Paul's Pork
maybe
Palace.
pie. I give it pie porks.
Pie
So
pork.
Paul-
Pie as in 3.14.
So Paul's Pork Palace is prohibited.
Yeah, prohibited.
Prohibited.
So I would not recommend it. But I mean, hey, that's okay.
But I mean, hey, that's
speaking
your
of
thing.
speaking of things, places you may not want to go.
Yeah, we have. Me and
maybe you
Jonathan
should transition to
have
your.
a bit of an insane story, and with not a lot of time to tell it.
Yeah.
So we'll do the best we can.
Hey, you got 7 minutes.
Yeah, we both have the same story, so we'll both weigh in on it. So
Yeah, I'll get into it.
Yeah, so how about you start it out?
Yeah, sure. So Clay and I, and also Simone, we're going to be going to a concert together.
And our friend Eric.
And our friend Eric, right. We're going to be going to 21 Savage. You may have heard of him. He's a rapper.
Really good.
So we were driving to Indianapolis. We were going to go to this concert. We were really excited. And then when we got there, we were still excited. It kind of took a long time to get in, but eventually we did. And then what
Well,
happened?
we were waiting outside in the cold
Yeah.
for a very long time. Instead of
man.
starting at 9, the place. Can we just go to the place real quick? The place. We're not going to say any names because we
No
don't
names,
want to
yeah.
discredit it anywhere. But it was the weirdest looking place. We actually missed it on the highway. You know those old colonial schoolhouses with a bell on top? Imagine a place like that, but painted completely pitch black. Even the bell. It was like
yikes.
literally like this black that had the name of the place in big red letters. It looked creepy. It looked almost like a cult meeting place. Anyways, though, we waited on the cold for way longer than we were
yeah,
supposed to.
spirits were still high at this point.
Spirits were still high. We were still very excited. There was a VIP line and a GA line. We were in the GA line.
And the VIP line was even longer,
The
honestly.
VIP line was longer, and then they both let us in at the same time, which was kind of strange.
man.
Then we got frisked, which was awkward.
A little, yeah, it was really
Very
awkward.
awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not used to getting frisked
Yeah,
before.
and I couldn't hear what they said, so they said if you're a guy, go to the guy's side. If you're a girl, go to the girl's side. And I just started walking forward, and apparently I was walking a little bit closer to the girl or whatever. And she was like, "Hey, buddy, you think I look like a guy?" And I was like, "Oh no!"
Well, the guy was.
And you're like, hey, yeah.
The guy was scary. He was like.
and I was
7
like,
feet
"Oh
tall.
no, I didn't hear what they said." So
Yeah, definitely got a butt pat that I was not expecting. Anyways, we get in.
yikes.
We get in and we're like, finally, we're inside. And then they start having some opening acts, you know what I mean? Some rappers from the area.
pretty fun,
Some
yeah.
singers. Pretty good, actually. Yeah, the inside was very weird, very
yeah,
strange.
there was a DJ. He was spinning some tunes.
There was maybe a stripper pole. There was a birthday area that was sectioned off from the rest of it with nobody in it, but birthday balloons. Anyways, there were all these opening acts, and they were from random places in Indianapolis. Shout out to Franklin Township. That's where this next act comes from. And I'm like, okay, this is strange, but hey, I'm digging this. I'm super excited.
And what time was the show supposed to start?
Show's supposed to start at 9. This is probably 10:30.
yeah, probably 10:30.
And we're like, okay, sweet. He's gonna be late. He's a rapper. Me and Jonathan have been to other rap concerts. The rappers are always a little bit late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really not.
2 hours maybe.
But then it got a little longer. And a little longer. We kept getting kicked out of sections because we had the wrong bracelets.
Yeah,
And the
yeah, the
opening
VIP
acts-
actually did make a difference. We didn't realize at first. But
Yeah. The opening acts kept coming on and coming on and coming on and not clearing the stage. They would pretty much refuse to clear the stage. The main guy on stage kept saying, clear the stage. Everybody clears the stage, and
Yeah,
nobody would
yeah,
leave.
yeah.
So there were just a massive guys on the stage. And eventually they got so little that they were like, does anybody want to come up stage and rap? And we're like, is 21 Savage? Then he was like, and so this guy came up stage and was rapping with no beat in the background.
Ramen noodles.
He was rapping out oodles of noodles or something like that. And then eventually he was like, hey, it's all right, guys. We've heard 21 Savage is in Indianapolis.
And we're like, he should be in Indianapolis.
This is like
he was supposed to be
12:30.
here 3 hours
man,
ago.
this is horrible.
This is like 12:30. And then I think this was getting insane. And I was just, all the excitement I had was gone
Yeah.
by, I think, was it 1:30?
Yeah, we were like, maybe we should just leave if he doesn't come in
Yeah,
the next half
Exactly.
hour.
The show was supposed to end at 1. He comes on stage at 1:30 with an entourage. We're like, I was kind of excited, but I was more like, okay, finally. But then I was also
It was
kind of
cool
sad.
to see 21 Savage.
Yeah, it was cool to see him, but I
in
was
person,
like, oh, now we have to stay so late.
Yeah.
And he plays one song that we don't know, and the stage is packed with random guys who I'm guessing want to be with 21 Savage. And then, well, we got to condense the story a little bit. People, me and Simone are in the back, and Eric and Jonathan are in the front. I don't think you guys saw this part, but we hear a bit of a scuttle, and then all of a sudden we see people leaving from the stage, covering their mouths with their shirts and coughing and choking, which was scary. And I was like, I don't
Yeah,
know what's
like,
happening.
what's going on? Like,
Yeah, is there like a
what the-
fire?
am I gonna die here?
Exactly. Am I dying?
This is scary, man.
Am I dying? And then people kept leaving and choking, and 21 Savage actually got escorted off stage by bodyguards. And I was like, this is strange. Is there like a fire? I don't know what it is. And they started talking on stage. I couldn't hear them. And then me and Simone actually started to choke. And we got the worst taste in our mouth. It was burning. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. And it was like forcing the air out of you. You were choking.
You couldn't talk.
Yeah, so we ran back, and one of the weird opening acts guys, it was actually the Oodles and Noodles guy. He was like, hey, here's my mixtape, man. I hope you like it. And I was like, oh, awesome. And I was like, honestly, this guy's really smart. Like, everybody was evacuating, so no one's going to think twice when you hand them something. They're just going to grab it. I was like, yeah, man, I liked it. What happened? He was like, oh, somebody tried to fight 21 Savage, and the whole stage got maced.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No way.
So what we were experiencing was mace. And Eric and Jonathan were determined because we were like, guys, we need to leave. And
Wait,
they're
so
like,
they're
And we're
mad
like,
at him
wait,
'cause he
no,
was
we're
late.
staying.
they're like, no, we want to get a better place in the front. And I was like, you guys are insane. I think I'm going to die.
Yeah, we weren't really experiencing any of the coughing or anything.
They were not, yeah,
We
but
weren't in as bad of an area for
Me
that.
and Simone were
but-
actually choking. So we got evacuated. It was a huge mess. And then there were tons of police cars outside.
More were pulling up.
Some more were pulling up. And then Eric and Jonathan left.
like 20 minutes, maybe like 15 minutes after, but yeah.
After Eric,
It's crazy.
Eric asked for a refund in a police evacuation where people were like choking and coughing. Maybe
Yeah,
not the smartest.
they said
move.
no, but yeah.
Yeah, they said no, and maybe the not most polite way. But hey,
Yeah, that's true.
so I paid for me and Simone's ticket. It was about $80. You paid how much?
Like 60
And
for the two, yeah.
Yeah, so what we did was we waited in line for a few hours. We waited inside for a few hours, saw Torrance Savage play 4 minutes of music, and then got choked.
Yep.
Oh,
Top
man.
one, weirdest night of my
And then we
life.
drove back to Indianapolis. Oh, and then there was that weird fog too.
Yeah, there was this scary,
Really weird
smoke.
fog.
It was just the weirdest night almost ever.
That's creepy.
Very strange.
Then me and Simone got
Yeah.
pizza and the order number was 666, so clearly the night was just...
And then you got 666 pizzas delivered to you. No, that didn't.
Okay, well, Torrance Savage was our pizza guy.
I'm
though.
confusing the stories. Sorry.
Anyway, so
Yeah, it was
very
a weird
strange
night. It was kind of fun though in
was
some
fun, though,
ways,
'cause-
and it's fun to have this story to tell.
Yeah, it's like one of my go-to stories now, but definitely glad I didn't do it alone. Glad you guys were all
Yeah.
there, because that would be scary. otherwise.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, we're running. Little
That
long
was a
time.
crazy story.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to
We
listener-
probably could have used some advice
maybe- I
in
don't
that
know, will we
situation.
actually-
Yeah, we need some advice. Let's get some
Speaking of
real quick.
advice,
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be called Flash Round Advice.
Flash round advice.
Hot ones make me feel good inside. Why don't you guys like hot ones?
That's from Harsh.
Camille, can you answer that one?
Because they're not cold ones.
Exactly.
Thank
we
you.
go.
When will my husband return from the war?
That's from Kate.
From
Thank
Kate.
you.
Oh, we got some bad
when will,
news. Kate,
You don't have
you don't have a husband.
Max.
Max said, "Could you repeal that? I have tinnitus."
Repeat that. Yeah, tinnitus. I don't know what that means. I think
Tinnitus
that's.
is when you have a ringing in your ears.
Okay. I will
And
repeat it.
Okay.
our goal is to be ringing through your ears forever. So no. So yes, we will.
we will
it.
repeat that forever. Yeah.
Boys Going Hour fan club. Shout out to the
Oh
Boys Going
wow.
Hour fan club.
Yeah, follow
Do you have
them
a-
on Twitter if you want to.
Do you have a favorite moment from last season? What was it? I loved our crossover with Will Coming to Dust.
Oh, that was really good.
That was really
too.
fun.
I don't know if I don't want to put a favorite on anything though.
I don't want to play favorite, but that was a highlight.
Yeah,
That was
my
so much fun.
favorite was probably the first episode, just like when we were leaving.
Oh, that was a great
Just
feeling.
because it was
Yeah.
so awesome. Just like
Yeah, exactly.
we did this. It
I
was
think
awesome.
mine would be. That was a great feeling. It's not my fault with the girls' colon hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a good one.
Kyle asked, "Do you have a Facebook page I can like?"
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Boys
You should like it.
Golden Hour
Don't
on
even say
Facebook.
that.
It
Don't
is
even
premium.
joke.
You do have to pay to like the page.
Please, Hunter, if you're sleeping in the hallway right now, get up and like the page.
Get up and like the page.
Sorry, I had to
If
throw
you
that
haven't
in
liked
there.
it-
We didn't do that last episode.
Everyone else who hasn't liked it, Dan Van Drunen, please like it. Brandon says, "I want to get buff.
Kate,
but I'm-
like it.
but I'm always sleepy to work out. When can I find the motivation to get swole?
Ooh.
When listening to the boys.
When you're just listening to the boys, or when you're sleeping,
Oh,
work
that's
out in
good.
your dreams.
That's
you
a good
wake up
idea.
with
Oh, yeah.
real gains in real life. It works like a charm.
Eric.
So,
Who, whom, or whomst? The answer is who.
the answer is whomst.
Whomst? Sorry. Whomst.
What do you think?
I'm
Oh,
saying,
Kyle, thank you for liking our page 4 times.
Wow, thank you, Kyle.
Probably depends on the situation. I'm gonna go with
Whomeverst.
whomever.
Emmett says Valentine's Day is coming up. Any cold one tips to get all the chick? Just tell them you listen to the show, and then you know what I mean.
I mean,
Yeah.
it works. I gotta say.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Billy did not have a girlfriend for the show. He never even talked to a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Camille on online boys colon forum. Anyways, so
Maybe
It's-
just
it
be
works,
like Brayden
guys. It's
and
real.
get buff in your sleep. I think that.
That's another reason to like the Facebook page.
So, and lastly, for our song, this is a special tribute to one of our friends.
Yes.
Somebody who you, of course, remember if you ever went to the Right C store.
We actually wrote this last year.
We wrote this last year, but yeah, this is a person who made every visit to the Right C store really special and really fun.
So here's a
Here's a song, a little tribute to one of our friends.
Here we go.
I left my dorm at 11:59 p.m.
Trying to buy myself some Fig Newtons. I open up the door. I'm headed to the Right C store. I hope to see you in the aisle with a camouflaged hat and a big white smile. Without you, my day would be ruined. It's Jibby. Hey man, how you doing?
He's
from Senegal. He's from Senegal. He rings me up for 10 cans of Red Bull. Senegal, he's from Senegal. If only life could be that simple. I would be a liar if I said I was happy with Myra.
She looks right through me as she scans my food. She sees me as just another dude. And tell your brother Musa to stay upstairs. He never smiles and he makes me scared. And Mamadou's just you with a mustache on his mouth. He doesn't even know how to ring up my trout.
It's Eskimo Day at the Wells Food Court.
I don't know where those guys were born. To me, they all seem foreign. They're not from Senegal, he's from Senegal. He rings me up for 12 cans of Red Bull. Senegal, he's from Senegal. And only life could be that simple. And goodbye is one of the hardest things to say. Even though I've been here 10 times today, I know he doesn't see me as just another schmuck. I know he values me and my 17.81 iBucks.
Actually, I spent 10 today.
Contact solution? Senegal, he's from Senegal. I've had 3 feet of nerds rope and I'm still not full. Senegal, he's from Senegal. Jimmy, without you, life would be so dull, so dull.
Hey, have a good day now.
Yeah, well, goodbye is one of the hardest things to say, but I think we'll all have really great memories with Jibby.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey, he was in our life, so it wasn't. Our life weren't dull.
our life was not dull because we got to spend some time with him, which was really, really fun. And there actually will be a vigil for Jibby.
Yes, it is from 7 to 8 p.m.
Serious, this is all serious moments.
So,
Yeah,
so if you,
7 to 8 p.m. at the Showalter Fountain.
yeah, if you could go, if you ever had any
On
experience with
Saturday, this upcoming
him,
Saturday.
definitely, really, really fun.
It'll be
guy,
really great,
nice
yeah.
guy, yeah. It'd be great if you could show up and show your support. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, whether you knew
We
I
appreciate
hope you
you.
enjoyed the
We
song.
appreciate you so much, and it's hard to
Yeah.
say goodbye to you guys also.
And thank you, Camille, for being a guest.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you.
It was great. It was
Thanks
so
for
much
a great
fun.
segment. And you can catch us next week with Food
Food
Week.
Week,
The special
yeah.
guest.
Another
also,
special guest, new topic, food.
Food. Everyone's favorite topic. Well, we'll miss you.
Maybe we can even get to some of the stories we missed.
Oh, I forgot about that story. Yeah, we have to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Storytime part 2 plus Food
Food
Week.
related,
The special
maybe.
guest. Maybe. I don't think so.
We'll
No,
see you in the
We'll see what
next week.
happens.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I guess you'll just be salivating.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You should eat before now in the show. Have some food
Yes,
because
yeah,
you,
trust us.
might have some health problems if you don't. Anyways, goodbye. It was a great show, and we can't wait to hear you next week.
Yeah, thank
We
you
can't
for
wait
listening.
To
Thank
talk
you.
to you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.